Adarnase I was born sometime around 570 to 580 AD. He was the son of the last king of Iberia, Bakr III, who had lost his kingdom to the Sassanids a few decades ago. After Eastern Roman Emperor Maurice installed his cousin Guram as the ruling prince of Iberia, Adarnase would maintain a ducal position over the city of Kakheti. Having been reduced from the position of future king of Iberia to a duke under a second cousin who had no real power, Adarnase bided his time, waiting for any opportunity that would help him to regain any of his lost power. The waiting would eventually pay off, and the perfect opportunity was found in 626. Adarnase's cousin, Prince Stephen, would defect from his Eastern Roman vassalage and challenge the overlordship of Emperor Heraclius. This was a mistake for Stephen, who would soon come under siege at his capital of Tbilisi, under the combined forces of Emperor Heraclius and the Khazar Khaganate. Along with these two overwhelming large forces, a third, much smaller one would join them. Adarnase knew that if he assisted Emperor Heraclius, then he would become the new ruling prince of Iberia. After the torturous, brutal death of his cousin, Prince Stephen, Adarnase would be crowned as Prince of Iberia in 627 AD. A new power was rising quickly, further south, as the Islamic religion rose in the Arabian Peninsula. The followers of Muhammad quickly unified the Bedouin tribes of Arabia, then they looked to expand. Their sights were on the Eastern Roman Empire and Sassanid empires, who had fought each other down to a pulp. The weak and exposed Sassanid Empire would lose key battles to their Islamic conquerors, like the Battle of Al-Qadisiyah. This battle was the beginning of the end of the Sassanid Empire. Adarnase could see this. It wasn't hard to figure it out. So he took this as an opportunity for revenge against the Sassanids, who had annexed his kingdom in 580, after the death of his father. The nearby Prince of Albania, Javanshir, participated in the disastrous Battle of Al-Qadisiyah and returned to his kingdom with no hope for a future with the Sassanid Empire. Upon his return, he wrote to Eastern Roman Emperor Constans and asked for an alliance. Constans would agree, and Prince Adarnase took no time at all in assisting his Albanian Caucasian neighbor. Adarnase and Javanshir went about kicking out Albanian Sassanid garrisons and were largely successful, freeing Javanshir completely by 637 or 642. Prince Adarnase was much loved by Eastern Rome, who bestowed titles on him like Hypastos, which meant the Supreme One. He also received the title of Paratokos, or Patrician, leaving Adarnase as a respected noble. His final title was the most prestigious one, though, Stratolets. This translates to leader of the army. This he might have earned with the 626 siege of Tbilisi, or through the assistance that he gave to Prince Javanshir. Due to the low amount of records on Prince Adarnase, there are two possible years for his death. These years include 637 or 642 AD. No matter which year he died, the result of his succession would be all the same. He was succeeded by his son, Prince Stephen II of Iberia, ironically, sharing the name with the cousin that he had helped to overthrow.